Welcome to Culturally Incorrect, the podcast where two friends dive into the ordinary, turning the mundane into a humorous adventure.
Join us for laughter, candid conversations, and a dose of friendship as we explore the everyday topics that make life truly basic.
We're your hosts, Ken
and Z.
We're here to turn your everyday into a fun-filled conversation.
So grab the drink of your choice, put on your headphones, and let's chat. Welcome to another episode of Culturally Incorrect. In today's episode, we discuss the popular hit series Married at First Sight. Would you ever consider being married at first sight?
Yeah, Chris gets way worse though. Way worse. Like you just got up to the point where, they talking about how like she busted wide open night one.
So I find like just now they went to him having devastating news, and I was like, who you get pregnant, right? And I was like, because if it was AIDS or something, like he would have just been like bawling, crying, or whatever. I was like, who he get pregnant? And I was like, and then sure enough, she was like, so I found out. I was like, he gonna tell dude, yeah, so we were still smashing even after we broke up. Well, why didn't you share that little tidbit with old girl? You know what I mean? Like you knew, like it wasn't even a possibility. Boy, if you don't go ahead, when I tell you, I was like, yeah, he annoying, and his dad just irks my nerve.
Why?
Well, you know. Oh gosh, shut up.
You must know somebody that talks like that.
It's annoying. Oh,
you got to know somebody that talks, because just in the couple scenes he's in, you can't be like, he can't know you that bad.
And yeah, his mom was like, well, maybe he had a few drinks. I said, well, that. I said, that's how you feel? You think he would only sleep with me if he had some drinks and he was drunk or something? Like, wow, mom, okay, cool. Got it.
Wow.
But I did respect the fact that dad was like, come on, like, you knew when you saw her, so why did you? And then he was like, well, I feel like if I could make a connection, I understand that. No.
Gaslight, yo. He's like, well, that's what he told her while he was in bed. He was like, hey, come on, girl, we married and stuff, let's finish this connection and get together, I don't even want to know what the wild type of stuff he was telling her in order for her to be like, yes, this makes sense. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're ever going to get into it, but do they ever get into why she felt like she needed to? Like, all right, this girl, I don't know, she feel like, oh, marriage, I'm gonna do this. Is she faking all this time? Because it seems fake.
What seems fake?
Her desire to be like on this, oh yeah, I really want to be married, and I just think that I need to give him my full and all in all, and God wants this, and there's a reason. I'm just like, it seems like she just.
No, this is a woman who got something that she thought she wanted. She walked up to the altar, and this dude's in a 3-piece suit, and he looks, he's not the most attractive man in the world, but he is, he is put together. He's speaking the right language, which is the church people language. God done put me here to be a good man.
I was like, girl, what part do you think that this is a God-fearing man? What part?
The part that's coming out of his mouth saying that he's a God-fearing man. I'm a God-fearing man, and God made me here to put me and make a family, da 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 da. And that's all she thinking. She's like, oh.
I for sure was like, oh, all right, this is a facade. Like, we're gonna find out in the end if she been twerking for
the girl ain't twerking for no money. She is.
What I tell you?
She is a Southern girl. Is this Atlanta? I think this is Atlanta, right?
I don't know.
Is that in Atlanta? I think it is in Atlanta.
Yes. I didn't watch this season through like how I did the other ones where I started, and so I don't know where they did the casting.
I'm pretty sure it's Atlanta. It's definitely Atlanta. Because I think they ain't gone to their honeymoon yet, huh?
That's where they found out.
That's right. They at the honeymoon.
And then I was like, first of all, why y'all sending me to Vegas for my honeymoon? Okay, y'all got money. Vegas is not the place for you to send me for my honeymoon.
it was shortly after pandemic that like the those seasons they stopped going to like um fancy places. So I think this was the pandemic had hit in the season before this one, and then
Hmm.
this season it was still 2021, so it was still restrictive traveling and stuff like that, and they didn't want to do all the restrictive traveling, so they got to go to Vegas. Vegas.
Yeah, and that one girl, she alcoholic. I don't care what nobody say. That young girl, the 26-year-old that's married to the 38-year-old.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh no, baby girl got a drinking problem. Hey, we ain't get through the whole thing yet. Like I said, I ain't watched the whole thing, but everything she do start with a drink. She say, well, let's just go ahead and have a drink.
Let's just
She
drink
said,
like alcohol.
hey yeah.
Yeah, because she ain't never been to Vegas before. Yeah, so she likes a little bit of the liquor. Yeah.
He said, really? Right now? She said,
She
well,
was
how
like,
about just some champagne? He
absolutely.
said, I'll have one. She was like, just one. I was like,
She
oh, baby
is
girl.
for real, for real, for real. She likes the sauce.
I really think she does, like for real, like
Oh, I lost you. I think you
she really
froze up.
does.
Okay, can you still hear
Huh?
me? Okay, you
I
froze
can
up
hear
for
you
me.
fine.
Yeah, you froze up for me for a minute. All right, you good, man. So with that, with all that said, when we talking about like what would be if you're doing this right, and for whatever reason you chose to do Married at First Sight, like what would be your deal breaker? Like you turn that corner.
I would even like to ask, would you even consider it, right? Like let's get into
Well,
would you even consider it?
they give
Why
you
would you consider it, right? Those are two very, to me,
because
very crucial questions.
because the streets is dry. Like ain't no good people out here. What are you talking about? Why would you
Where you
consider it?
think they're finding these folks? You think they're creating them in the lab?
But they're taking your personal emotion out of it, and they're like, all right, you don't get to because people red flag all the time. Oh man, I ain't like the way she like sucked her teeth. Red flag. I ain't like the way she walked. She walked with a wobble. Red flag. Like so when you go on them first dates, you automatically are looking for I don't like nothing about this person, and you don't get to see how they are with finances. You don't get to see how they are with how they're neat or if they're not neat, or how their family is or anything. You don't get to see any of those things. So if you are going into this, they've already ideally, I don't know if they do it anymore, but ideally they've already looked at those things and said, here's my list. Here's my list of 20 things that will automatically be no goes. Here's my list of people that I've dated in this city. Don't give me any of these people if they're matching with me. Here's my list of things that are to me are things that I can't get over, right? So if you give them then they may be able to, and they may not able to be fine. The smaller the list, easier to match you. So
But can't you do that with a matchmaking site? Can't you do that with
nah, because it's still in your hands.
no, so like you mentioned, like I'll even say eHarmony, and they have like the questionnaire, like
Mm-hmm.
to find out who you really are. Take the appearance away,
Mm-hmm.
um, and just find out like true and true. And I think a lot of those personality tests will tell you what you really are versus you saying it, right? Because the personality tests are designed in a way that I'm gonna ask you this four different ways,
Mm-hmm.
see how you answer them, and then I'm gonna make the conclusion. So I feel like marrying someone at first sight is a different story than being like one girl mentioned going on a blind date. That's a totally different thing. And that blind date to me is like a matchmaking service or something like that, where we did the homework to
Mm-hmm.
see what you feel you desire versus what we feel someone like you needs based on studies and
But
whatever.
you're still doing it in a silo. You're still doing it as you doing it. You get three other people to walk through your house, to talk to you, to deal with you personally before they even match you. All the people that they think they have a match for, they go through their house. They have one on ones with them. They go through a whole process. So you go through this whole process with trained psychologists, a pastor,
Yeah.
and so you go through this whole process. Whereas I'm answering the questionnaire, I'm answering it the way I want to, right? I'm not showing anything, and then and then it's still a picture that shows up on eHarmony. You still click on it and go, oh, look, I like this person, I don't like this. It's not like they blind match you on eHarmony. This is the best way to be like, all right, cool, I'm going in blind.
No, so they do have matchmaking sites that are like that, like you just said. Like they literally get to know you, not just the answers that you gave. So my thing is, why make that full on commitment of yes, we're married, and I get that you can annul anything, and that is it, but in the sense of what it's supposed to be, why would I sign up for that? Like,
Because
why is it because you feel like you've tried everything else? But some of these people are in their 20s. How have you tried everything else?
because people are non-committal and people will immediately bounce at the sight of one red flag. This forces them to see some. Well, I'm not gonna say forces them because I've seen some
They just leave.
the later seasons. Well, no, later seasons. Like so this girl hated this dude, and he married her. She married him. Like the minute she turned the corner, she was like, "No, sir," in her mind, and still went through with the marriage.
Well, I think on the show it's they have this clause that if you don't finish it, you don't get paid.
Well, okay,
So you have to finish the season. So some of them will come back and like, oh, okay, but yes. So they just go through with it, and
nah,
then at the end they decide, no, we're not going to continue on.
yeah, this couple didn't finish the season. They didn't even finish the season. They weren't even half the episodes because they were done at the. I mean, they were in the finales, but like I think they were like 2 episodes in, and the girl was just so trifling that the dude was like, "Yeah, I'm done. I can't do this. This is the point."
Are you talking about the light skin couple?
No, that wasn't this season. That's not what
Uh,
the season you looking at. This is the season I just watched. Like literally, they got to what they got. She got married. When they got married, he was like he was happy, boy. He was sitting there like he's like, oh yeah, got married. Bop, bop. She's talking to producers, talking about something. This ain't gonna work. And then she was like, the producer was like, you want to go tell him? And she was like, yeah, I'll go tell him. She sat down. She's like, well, it's been a hard day. It's been a lot. I'm gonna go up and rest. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah. I'm going to go to my room. You're going to go to your room on the wedding night. They're like, we're not sharing no room together because I don't feel comfortable with a stranger. I'm like, woman, you just married a stranger. Like, that don't make no sense. And yeah, they went to the vacay or whatever, the honeymoon. Didn't stay in the same place.
mm-hmm.
Wouldn't talk to her. Wouldn't talk to him. Wouldn't participate in any activities. Wouldn't do nothing with them. And then when it was time to come back, she was like, "Well, I don't think it's fair that you get to live in an apartment and I've got to drive all the way over there. So what I think we should do is we should split up, right? So half of the time you should live in an apartment, and then the other half I should live in the apartment." I'm like, "What is this? This is not like let's make a deal. This is." Married at first sight, woman. Like you supposed to be in it with them. Y'all supposed to be going through that drama.
That's the part I don't get. Why sign up for that?
What do you mean? Why sign up for it?
But anyway, we'll go with your question. What could you because I really like, why are they there? And some of them is like, I don't know. I think of reality TV sometimes like, oh, they just trying to get another show and another show and another show, right? But I'm like, all right, but the concept of it, like, are y'all legally married? Because if y'all are, that's some BS. Like, what are y'all doing for real?
I don't know if they're legally married. I wonder if they. I'm sure the internet knows. I'm sure the internet knows if
Right?
the marriages are actually binding because they do show them sometimes in the divorce, signing the papers and everything like that. But they're usually straight cut forward, like you said, annulments or just straight up, divorce with no. I'm sure they make them sign prenups and everything before they go in,
Yeah.
saying that everything that there's no taking anybody's money or anything like that. You go in where you are. But yeah, I mean, you think about it. You go in there and you're like, all right, I want to do this. Of course, TV is one thing, right? You want 15 minutes of fame, and then after that, you're just trying to see what's up. Like, what's this married life like? I don't know why anybody would see what the married life is like, but some people are curious. They're like, oh, it's gonna be so much better than dating. It's not. It's not. it's so much worse.
Oh gosh. All right. So you asked me what my deal breaker would be, like in terms of when I walk up.
Yeah, when you turn the corner, like so visual first, turn the corner, like bah. There's like a short Asian sitting there waiting on you.
I'm like, oh no. So no, I think
Ooh, and physically, if you turn that corner and you're just you're not attracted, you still going through with it. That's the
No,
additional
I'm not
question.
gonna do no. But here's the thing: my thought process is different than theirs. Like if I was on the show, I probably would like, oh yeah, I want to do this. Like you said, give my little 15 minutes. But for me personally, no, I'd be like, this ain't gonna work. I ain't gonna be able to physically connect with you if there's no chemistry whatsoever. And so if you looking like I don't want to call nobody out, but if you looking like I can't get with that,
No, no, that's not the whole
it's
point.
not.
The whole point is to look into your vanity. See, like it's not, it's not, it's not about you being like, I'm not calling it. No, tell me, like, if you turn the corner, and Cat Williams is sitting there waiting on you.
If I turn the corner and like I'm trying to think like so I don't know if you've seen these trends of these guys who like they in they're in their nerd gear and then they like hit
They
the thing and
swap.
then they yeah.
Talking about Urkel type
I
deal.
couldn't
Urkel to
yeah, pretty
Stefan.
much. Pretty
Okay,
much,
okay.
pretty much. I couldn't hit the corner and see somebody that's like uh a Poindexter because that would just like
Wow,
no
really? So it ain't
no
even about creed of color. It's about you don't like the
yeah,
nerds.
because I seen some really good looking Asian men, some really good looking Indian men, white men, But it's just I think for me, my I don't call it my brand, my what's it called?
So you need a thug. Is what you're saying.
No, do I have a thug now? Okay, I'm not married to nobody's thug. I like a certain physical appearance, but it's not just black or just white or just Hispanic or just, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
It could be any of those ethnicities, but they can't be like I said, Poindexter. So I can't hit the corner and somebody doing this to his hair. No, no, sir, no, ma'am.
So you don't
You
want a
feel me?
metro? Is that what we're talking about? Are we talking about metro?
Oh, when you say metro, what do you mean? Because
I mean,
some guys
like
take
somebody.
it differently.
Yeah, I'm talking about like somebody who's got their nails done, somebody who's got their hair.
No, well groomed is one thing. I'm
No, no,
talking
I'm talking
about
about
like
metro. I'm
long.
talking about. Yeah, yeah. I'm talking about like they get their hair blown out. They got
No,
like
first of all, let's go through that because we talked about that before. You're not finna come in here with no silk press because that's what I do. So no thanks, I'm good. That's what I do. I'll keep that to my side of the relationship, and you go ahead and hit that barber up or hit that loctician up. I'm good with you having hair. I'm just not good with it being a certain
style.
way.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got you.
No, get your manicures and your pedicures, honey, because you need to keep yourself up. I'm not with the now you want to put paint on them. That's a problem for me. You can get them buffed, make them nice and shiny. You don't need no clear polish for what? Now some men do, and they don't have no issues. But I'm not that. I'm. It's not for me.
So no clear polish or nothing.
No, a,
Just
a buff will do just fine.
just a buff.
Just a buff. That
Okay.
buff is going to have you nice and shiny. What about you? What's your deal breaker? You cut the corner and what you looking at? What you looking at
Physical,
and
I
you
don't.
like
Physically, I don't have a deal breaker.
can
Physically, I don't have a deal
be
breaker.
honest.
I mean, if they
Be
were
honest.
the only thing, if they are of the Caucasian persuasion, I probably would be like, no, that'd be it.
So any
Yeah, I physically, if I'm already making this decision, right, and I turn this corner, physically, no deal breakers. Well,
what about okay? Because
okay,
I
come
was
come
about to
come at
hit
me,
you.
come at me,
I was
come
about
at
to
me.
hit you. I was about to hit you.
That's
I'm
okay. Come at me.
talking flat as a bull. Maybe mouth not looking too great from
So,
what you can see.
okay, so now, yeah, so now the mouth not looking too great. Well,
Physical
no, no,
features
no, no. I
are
take
are
that
what
back.
you
No,
are the
no.
only thing you can see.
Yeah, yeah, no, no. I mean, because they got Invisalign. I'm making up money. We can hook that up. We said Invisalign hook that straight up, like for real, for real. Like one of the one blah, blah blah. I can't talk. One of my first girlfriends, yo, her teeth looked like she was chewing on rocks. Like they was just they was just all over the place, yo. They were pointing in different directions. Huh?
Her?
Huh?
Did you date her?
What's wrong with her? There wasn't nothing wrong with that. She had a big old booty too, but That's not the point. The point is that she looked like she was
First
chewing
of
on
all, what
rocks.
her booty got to do with her mouth? First of
Exactly.
all,
But she got that fixed though. I saw her a couple years ago, and she got that fixed. It's straight. She's good to go. They got
okay,
they
all right.
got dental work for that. So
They
her
have
teeth,
work for everything,
they do.
but
But
that's not what we talk about.
but
We're going off first looks.
first looks, yeah, yeah. No. The only thing is persuasion. If she persuasion, I can't mess with her.
Okay.
I told you that. I think they all look like they taste salty, and I don't. I got high blood pressure. I can't have all that salt.
What about so to me, I think Asian women are the most distinct in physical features outside of any other race. Like I think that I've seen Hawaiian women, Indian women, Hispanic women, even women from like Sweden and stuff that have similar body shapes. I don't think I've seen a lot of Asian women who have features like other races. What you feeling about that?
It wouldn't bother me at all.
Oh,
Honestly, God, like so. Again, I turned the corner.
If you
If I already
so,
made that decision, I
okay.
have no qualms whatsoever. Can't. I mean, and
So let me ask you this:
Mhm.
3 celebrity crushes.
3 celebrity crushes for me. I told you Uzu was probably number 1 on that list.
Okay.
And then number 2 for me for a celebrity crush. Janet's always on the table, so we're not even going to put her in there.
What you mean? If she in your top 3, she in your top 3. You can't
No.
take
Okay,
her out.
Janet's in the top of amazing. Like Janet's in the top
All
of the
right. Well,
top.
is she your number 1?
She can't be. No. She can't. She don't count. Let's see.
You can't not
Uzu.
count her if she's the number
Uzu.
1.
I'm not counting her because nobody can
No,
compare.
I don't
There's no
care.
comparison.
1 and 2.
She
1 and
can't
2.
she
So
can't
you got
even
one
be
more.
in the top of anything.
You got one more.
No. So
Janet.
no,
Okay.
Janet doesn't count. So I get Uzu,
Janet
and then I get
Uzu.
Niecy Nash is
and
number
Niecy.
2.
So those are your 3. So
No.
if you walk in there and you have I'll say Lucy Liu, because she's the opposite of all 3 of those. What you doing?
Not bad. What are you talking about? Like
You good?
Yeah.
Because to me, your crushes usually have a similarity. Like there's some continuity between the crush.
Yes,
And
because that's
if
a
it's
crush.
way,
That's
yeah,
a crush.
that's who you're physically attracted to.
No. That is a person that I think is amazing, and yes, physically they are amazing, but that doesn't mean that that's the only thing I'm attracted to. Again, Z, I keep telling you, if the door swings both ways, it swings more often. You can't sit here and just have a one way. Like I am an opportunist. Like I welcome all opportunities.
Okay. So your male crush is Jonathan. We established that a few episodes ago.
Whoa. I didn't say the door swings both ways.
You just told me.
I just
said both ways swings more often.
I don't have a male crush like something like that. No, I don't have one of those. Oh, if and only if no. We don't even speak those things into existence. No.
You said Tank was tripping, huh?
Yeah,
Listen,
no.
Listen. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. When I say crush, I just mean physical. Like you ain't like, oh, I met this person in the 3rd grade, or not the 3rd grade.
I never met any of those 3
I met
people.
this person when they were.
Yeah.
No.
Physically,
I'm saying I'm not asking about how you feel about those people because you don't know those people. But physically, those who you're attracted to.
No, because if you're asking who could get it, you know who could get it. That's
not what I said.
That's pretty much what you're saying right now. You're saying physically.
On and on. If you said
no. I'm talking about like you just say like the top couple people that can get it. What's her name? Melissa McCarthy? Is that her name?
From Mike and Molly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She could get it.
But she is of the persuasion.
No, she's not.
Melissa McCarthy?
Yeah. She's not
of the persuasion. Are you saying the wrong name?
Maybe. You said Mike and Molly, right?
Yeah, you're saying the wrong name.
No.
Mike and Molly.
Yeah, she was on the
Identity theft.
Yeah, identity theft.
Tammy.
Yeah.
Tammy.
Yeah.
That's persuasion you think she
What are you talking? She white.
You literally said those are all Plymouths.
No, but I said if I turn the corner, I said, but we're talking about who can just get it. Like you confusing things, right? If I turn the corner and
I am.
And Melissa's
you gotta
sitting,
make the distinction.
Yeah, and Melissa's sitting there. There's gonna be questions, right? I may still go through with it because it's Melissa,
say,
right? Yeah. But if I turn the corner and it's Becky, I'm gonna be like, hey, me and Becky ain't getting along. Like if it's that girl that's the heavy drinker on the show, right? I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying yes. Take my money. I don't need the money. I'll go somewhere else. I can't do it. It's Becky, right? Nah. If I turn the corner and Martha Stewart there, I'm like, nah, man, I'm good. If I turn the corner and Whoopi's there, we may have a discussion. I mean, you know, hey, Whoopi, what's going on? But you know, it's just different. Like so physically, I don't think I have too many deal breakers. Like I don't think there's gonna be anybody that I'm like, oh my god, for real. Precious could be sitting there. I'd be like,
you know what? What you just say?
I said Precious.
What you just
could be there, and I'd be like, yeah. She's got beauty. Beauty is more than skin deep. Yes. Taking breaths.
Okay. All right. Let's move on. We've answered that question because I can send you. Matter of fact, you know that's what I'm going to do. As soon as we finish here, I'm gonna be sending you. What about this? What about this? What about this? You were like, nope.
It's not true.
I already know that.
It's not true. There's a difference between, because marriage is more, because then at that point, my mindset is that they have thought this through and this person is going to be a good match for me. So physically, it's going to take a lot in order to be like, yeah, I can't do it.
So let's pull the thread there. Are you less likely to commit if you're not physically attracted? If there's no chemistry?
Well, no, chemistry and physical attraction is two different things.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're right. Physical attraction.
Am I less likely to commit if I'm not physically attracted? No.
Really?
Physical attraction is important when you're younger. I think when you're younger, physical attraction is very important, right? Because your mind has this image of, right, who I want to be with and who's sexy to me, and oh my god, like, no, man. I mean, at my old ass age, it's like, hey, yo, are you cool? Like the chemistry and how we get along is way more important than that, right? Because what's it? We all the same color when the lights go out, and shapes really don't matter in the dark, you know.
That's a lie.
It doesn't, man. Just jump right on in there.
Okay. All right. Well, okay.
I'm just saying.
So, you know, we were talking about earlier getting on the show and doing all that. What would your list be? Like, what would your criteria be when you talking to the producers and they trying to get you on the show? What you telling them?
So my list would be number one. They'd have to be at least 3 inches shorter than me. So me 5'7", yeah, me 5'7". They have to be 5'4" or below. I can't, because people want to wear heels. Either that or she has to be straight flats. Like she don't want to wear no heels. If she wants to be like if she's 5'5", straight flats. You know, you can wear kitty heels, but you can't wear no. That's it. That's all you got. So if you cool with straight flat sneakers, stuff like that, we good. But
hey, so hold up. So what if you got Lisa Leslie standing there at the altar?
Then they did not follow my instructions. So again, the people I named, the people I named were all short. Like they weren't tall people, right? Right. And then the one person that can be 5'7" is old girl off of Abbott Elementary, because she could get it.
Which one?
The principal. Yes.
Yeah, I figured you meant the principal.
The principal.
She probably only about 5'6", 5'7".
She's 5'7".
The main character.
I checked. She 5'7". I checked. Don't judge me, Z.
I said 5'6", 5'7".
She's 5'7".
Because she only about 4 inches taller than the main character.
Yeah.
or seems to
She
be
she
with her
is
heels on.
she is pretty tall. She's 5'7" though. Old girl 4'11".
Pretty tall. 5'7".
5'7" is pretty tall.
That's average.
That's my height. It's
Oh,
not average for a woman. A woman's average is 5'4". Stop it.
no, I thought ours was 5'6".
5'4" for a woman.
I don't think.
That's
I
right.
think you need to check your stats.
You
This
look, check the
2024, my guy.
stats. I got you. Check the stats. Y'all shrinking.
Those
Y'all,
stats, those stats probably.
y'all are
No,
going
we
down.
getting taller, not
Y'all not
shorter.
getting taller. Y'all just saying. You as a giant in the woman game. In the woman game, you as a.
I wish I was 5'8", to be honest.
That's because your personality. You got one of those bully personalities. You want to be all big and stand over people.
I wish I was 5'8". That would be awesome. But anyway, all right. So your list. I'm sorry, I cut you up. Your list.
No, yeah, my
got
list.
to be
She got
5'4".
she 5'4" below because they put her on heels. You know, I want to be eye to eye, no more than eye to eye. I'm not trying to jump to kiss my girl. That'll be on the list, right? Now, if I turn the corner, I'll be like, these jokers are tripping. Like if she like 5'10", you know, and she holding me up, like nah. See, I'm gonna feel a certain way, but I'm still gonna go through with it. It ain't gonna stop me. Yeah, I sent you that one video with the little guy, big girl.
Dancing.
No, it was like I can't remember what it was, but it was a little dude, and old girl was big. Like he had to be like 5 foot even, and she was like
when I said Big Shirley, yeah,
she was big.
Yeah.
But let's see, that'll be the first one. Second one would be that she would have to be somewhat neat. I ain't asking for super clean. I'm just asking for pick up after yourself. Mm-hmm. That's it. You ain't got to clean up after me. I'll do all the cleaning, but you need to just if you drink something, don't just put the cup down and just walk away because you don't forgot about it and doing something else. Just neat. And then I think she would have to have. I wouldn't want somebody who is super sensitive. If you are super sensitive and you cannot laugh at yourself and other things around you, then I can't mess with you because it's too much, man. People who are super sensitive, like they think everything is they're being picked on. I don't like that. Like, and it's like, no, it's not picking on you. It's just we're just having fun. Pick on me all you want, like, and I'm gonna laugh and I'm gonna be funny, you know. But yes,
I think that sometimes has to do with your upbringing, right? Like, I know if you have a lot of cousins or siblings, you don't get to be like that. Like, you just grow a skin about you that's like, what? And then you just come right back because that's what you're used to. Yeah. But I think some people who have smaller families or even the only child, like those, at least from my experience, those are people who are like, take offense. You're like, I didn't mean nothing by it. Like,
yeah,
that was just razzing. Like, I'm not. Nope, they get really offended.
Yeah, you know me. Like, first thing that comes to my mind, I just say it, and I like, ooh, probably shouldn't have said that. Mm-hmm. I was like, that was mean. Like, I'm sorry. And then
sorry.
I'm sorry. I mean it like that. You know, I mean like that. But yeah, I think those would be the three main things that would be on my list. I don't think there would be any. And then I'm not looking for somebody who's super financially stable. It would just be like, hey, just. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not looking for somebody who's rich. I'm looking for somebody who's stable. Like, take care of yourself. I'll take care of, other things, and we can just be okay. Like, I'm not looking to be rich, right? We'll manage. We'll be okay. We'll have some stuff, but don't be out here with $700,000 in credit card debt, and you running around talking about some. Hey, I can't afford this and I can't afford that. I think other than that, I think those things would probably be my biggest thing. And then if I'm younger, the ability to have kids or want to have kids. And if I'm older, probably the non-want to have kids, like, hey, the baby factories is closed. We ain't having no kids. We just gonna enjoy life.
But if you wanted kids younger, then why wouldn't you want kids older? You can adopt kids. You ain't got to start from scratch.
Well, it depends on how old I am. If I'm in my 40s and going to my 50s, and nah, we good. No more kids.
People do that every day.
I'm sure they do. They don't have my back, and they don't have my patience. Both of those things.
This is the back that you have now. We talk about alternate universe.
I'm sure my back would still be jacked up. Absolutely not. If I'm 40, done. I don't need kids after 40. Kids after 40, that means you 60 when they really active.
Yeah, and people live to 100.
Not my again. You 60. Like I'm struggling to get out of bed now. I'm like
40 more years.
Again, I'm struggling to get out of bed now. I'm like
potentially 40, maybe just 20.
Yeah, see, just saying.
But 25, you can still meet your grandchild.
You may, and you may remember.
Yeah,
you may remember meeting your grandchild, but probably not. You're probably like, yeah, I met some little kid today. I don't know who he was. Some strange man brought him to me. Felt like I know him.
Not all people are like that when they get older.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Bill Belichick and Pete Carroll out here 72 running around talking about something. I still got life in me. They don't have life in them.
Yo, some of these people who be taking care of themselves, they be having some that don't. Like I watch those centenarian videos, documentaries, and some of them people that make it to 100, they be like, I don't know how I made it. Smoke, I drink, I party. I'm like, oh, okay, you must just love life. Like life just must be ebbing and flowing through you all the time because yeah, they be like, don't know. I'm like, oh.
Wow. All right. What's your list?
Sorry, one second.
No, you got a long list.
I knew they were going to start. I'm sorry.
I said, what's your list? I know you got a long list. Like your list is like down to shoe size.
No, it's not. I to be honest, when I was transitioning out of dating, I did have this crazy list, right? Like that list was long. When I'm talking about 2 pages, front and back long, because I was like, oh, I got to be specific because otherwise, yeah, you got to get rid of the riffraff. You know what I'm saying? That list got to get rid of the riffraff. Oh, you already off the list. Sorry, gone.
Wow.
But I think my current list, and I can only go on current, right? Would be well, the physical we already discussed that. But in terms of like, oh, when y'all look for a guy from me, make sure that, like you said, he's financially secure. He's driven. He's got some spiritual backbone. And what I mean by that is he don't have to be the same as me, but he at least has to have some idea of what he believes in, so that I can trust that. Okay, you know how to get through to the Lord. Now, your Lord may not be the same as my Lord, which but you know how to make that connection. And then also, he's got to be able to communicate. If you can't speak and communicate your thoughts, feelings, and where we need to go next, bruh, it's going to be a long journey. And we already talk about marriage. So you talk about forever and ever, never, never. I got to do this forever and ever, never, never. Nah, bruh.
So you said communicate. How good are you at receiving communication?
Very good.
Are you sure? Because if I told you sit down and wait a minute, how's that go with you? Because you said you wanted somebody who's, ambitious, somebody who's financially stable, and then somebody who's right with the Lord. And then what was the other one? There was one more. Other than communicate, there was something else.
Mm-hmm.
So if most men like that are very direct.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so are you okay with direct?
Yeah. So yeah, you can use when you literally mean say, hey, go sit down. That's what you mean?
Yeah, just go to sit down, give me a minute, I'm gonna take care of it. If I said it just like that. If you come at me with something, I'm like, hey, give me a minute, sit down. I'm gonna take care of it. Let me handle it. And I tell you to sit your butt down.
Yeah, I can handle it. I will go right there and sit down. But just believe when you finally come, you gonna hear my mouth. But
that's because you came to me with an issue, and I said, okay, I'm gonna handle it. Now I may not handle it in the moment that you're standing over me, but I tell you, sit down, take a seat. I'm gonna take care of it, and I go take care of it. Like, how big of a problem are you gonna have with that tone?
Oh well, see now, so now you adding complexities to it. So no, I won't have a problem if I ask you to handle something and you go handle it after you told me, all right. Then I just stay your ass home. If you tell me go sit down, then I absolutely will be like, oh okay, well you just handle it. So what am I gonna say? What I'm gonna be mad at?
I don't know. Like, I'm just saying. I'm just asking. Communication, right? You told me about something. You told me about a problem, and then
Yeah,
I took that in and I said, okay, I'm gonna go handle it. It's not go sit down. And I
yeah,
tell you that just like that. Like, are you good with that?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Some
if
some
you
women
handle it
wouldn't be
now,
that good with.
now don't tell me go sit down, and then you got me waiting 3 4 days before you even come
No,
back and
no,
say
no, no,
anything
no,
about it.
no, 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 no.
Then we got a problem. But if you so what I hear you saying is you taking charge and you handling it.
Yeah.
Do that. Do that. That's what you should be doing. In fact, why you even make me come to you and ask you? No, I'm joking.
See,
But
see,
yeah, no,
no, there
I
it
have.
is, there it is. Like, you gonna find something in that. Like, well, if you just gonna take care of it, why I had to come to you and ask you? See?
No, because no, I said that jokingly because
Huh.
it may not have been something that you knew of, right? Like, how could you know if I didn't make you aware? So once I made you aware and you took care of it, hats off. Thank you so much. You want a back rub when you get home because I think that's the better part of marriage is the servitude, right? Like, so you handle something for me, cool, cool. I appreciate that. The delivery, um, you telling me to sit down is not the same as like you cussing me or something like that. You know what I mean? Like that's
Gotcha.
different.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm be honest with you, boy. I'll be out there with a flashlight and a surveillance camera because I'm gonna find out who messing up them pillows. When I tell you, I would have everything around them pillows,
You should
and I
insert
would
the
put a.
picture of my pillows right
Uh,
here because I see you should insert the picture because for real, like who did that for real?
I would.
And then we his his tire went flat. Okay, and then he got it fixed, and then 2 days later it went flat. And I was like, did they fix it or they? And he was like, so the neighbor saw that it was flat and he came. He was like, oh, let me pump it up for you. He pumped it up, and then he went back to the tire shop and got it fixed again. And then, like a few days later, he's like, "My hubcap is missing off my tire." And I
What?
said, "What?" He's like, "I know." He's like, "Did they not put it on when they fixed my tire?" He's like, "No, I would have noticed because it just looked too odd, right?" I'm like, I don't know who playing games, but my girlfriend, Londa, the one you met at the game night, she was like, "They playing in your face."
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, "I want to get to the bottom of
I'm
it,"
telling you,
because
bro.
But but here's the thing. I asked her, I said, but what would make a person do that? Because I haven't made any enemies on this block. I don't know anybody on this block.
Petty is
What,
petty, yo. You don't
huh?
know you ain't made no enemies. Them old ladies be getting down like they ain't the
From
same
what
old.
though is my question. What
Um,
what from what?
what did you do? Y'all got a picture of Babe. He's telling me
I
he
don't
wanted to go
know.
outside.
I don't know what the issue might be.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I
But
don't know.
yeah, my pillows. But anyway, go ahead. What you were saying about the pillows? I'm sorry. I just got
What's
distracted
that?
because
No, no,
you made me start thinking about
no, no.
the pillows.
I had asked your list and everything like that. And I was like, you said communication was one of them, and I just wanted to make sure because some people communication is different. Like, you can't just talk to me any that way. Even if I'm being assertive and I'm taking charge of the situation, it's like, well, you didn't have to talk to me that way. Well. So I'm just checking. All right, cool. What else? We still on your list? You list off like three things. That can't be it.
Listen, I don't even remember all of that what I already said. But yeah, I think that those are the main things. I think you know what would be on my list now because I don't have a choice because I'm already married. Is I would be like I would be like yeah, let him have a desire to have a housewife. Let me go ahead and live that dream. Let me let let him be like
See,
I want her to be a stay at home
you
dog mom,
you ain't no
not
housewife.
a
That
stay at
don't
home
even
mom.
make
Not
sense.
not a stay at home mom, but a stay at home dog mom. You see, we got some dogs. We ain't got no kids. You feel me? But she take care of the house. She make sure I'm good. She make sure that's it. I said
That
that's
don't
why I said in this. That's why I said in this phase of my life,
that don't make
that
no
would be great.
sense. You
But I
wouldn't.
but but I
You'd go
go ahead.
crazy.
No, I didn't say that I would never work though, because more than likely I'd be like, I'm gonna just go do something real quick, and then I have to get a job. But so what? That's you asked me what my list would be today. Today, that's what I would choose today. But no, I think like I would need somebody who is firm, right? Like I can't take somebody that's spineless. If I could walk all over you, poor baby, I'm gonna do it.
You just gonna walk, huh?
I'm gonna do it, and it's not even gonna be, well, yeah, it might be intentional to a point. Yeah, I can't. Well, I know me. I wouldn't be able to do it. Like if I could get over 24/7, I'd be like, oh, sorry, we're not meant to be together because you can't tame this stallion.
But why? Why they gotta tame it? Like it don't make sense.
What you want me to do? What,
Uh,
what you want me to do?
no,
You want me to just
wait.
be like,
No, I get it. I mean, from where you come from, like that is the personality up there. It really ain't soft and sweet. So I can completely understand, like having to have somebody who is just kind of more like just sit down, do what I tell you sometimes. Just calm down a little bit. Just we're gonna bring it back. You want somebody to shake you, just grab you, like shake the shit out of her. Like I ain't never gonna put my hands on her, but I'll
no, let me not
snap her
even
back
say
into
that.
place. That's crazy.
No, I metaphorically shake you. Like, listen, you got to get yourself together. What you're doing is not cool. Like, let me just check you real quick, right? That's what I mean. I don't mean physically shake, but let me check you real quick because you didn't go beyond your, you've been beyond where you should be. Let's go ahead and reel that back in.
See, somebody to take a tone with her, so she'd be like,
"How dare you?"
That's funny.
Oh. Me, the audacity. But I think that would be like, I know that sounds crazy. Like that list is super short, but like I said, I think that's because I came from a matter of fact, I think the book is literally under right here. I have the book and I could show you the list of the but I think now having had a long-term commitment, it's just so much different now. I view it so much more differently than before.
Those do change your whole world when you get like married, and you with that person for a long time. It changes the way you view like the things you thought were valuable when you were younger. You're like, oh, I want this, and this person needs to do this. Like, nah, man, I just want you to come home, talk to me every day, and have a conversation, joke, conversate, talk about random events that happen, and just be, a healthy relationship where nothing's off the table, where everything can be talked about, where we just sit down and we just have, a good routine and we treat each other well. And all the rest of it.
Yeah, no, I absolutely can appreciate that.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Culturally Incorrect. Please join us next time.